Bible studies. Study the Bible.
Oh, yeah. Jesus.
Jesus Christ. Almighty.
Hey, this is Joe and Tom from Drunken to the Sun.
Another funky funk drunk episode coming to you courtesy of Drunken to the Sun. Anything in life's work could have been ahead of you. Tom and Joe from Drunken to the Sun.
Join us every week on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify.
Yeah. Podcast that's about anything and everything under the sun.
Check it out.
Joe's drunk.
Yeah, we both are fucking drunk.
Stop it. You want to kick it off or you want me to kick it off?
Yeah, it's good.
There we go. Fuck it. 5, 4, 3. What are you all? It's Drunk to the Sun with Joe and Tom. Guess what? It's another funky drunk coming at you. Drunk to the Sun style.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, you can always check us out on Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, and Facebook weekly. We're dropping shit all the time.
All the time.
And guess what? It's a new episode, motherfuckers. And with this episode, we're going to be talking about Bible stories. Joe laughed at that. But the Bible stories is because Joe had an idea of he started remember Bible. I don't know what the concept was, but all I know is he said, "How about we talk about Bible stories and what we think is real and fake?"
Yeah, exactly. Because for the longest time, I'm glad you said that, I believed every single story was legit.
I know he's already
like everything. Growing up and going to church, I felt like every story was 100% like this is what happened. Like, it was a more magical time back there, I guess.
They had giants.
I know. Some of the dragons and shit. And I've just felt
Bushes burning alive.
Exactly. But the older I get, I'm like, maybe
it's
not.
all bullshit.
not all bullshit, but maybe this story, like...
Honestly, I get exactly what you're saying.
It just hangs me out.
I get what he's saying with, like, because... when you grow up in a household that says this is real, this is what happens.
Yeah,
this is what like that, because that's how mine was too. Like, my family believes the same way. Like, they believe that these stories in the Bible really fucking went down the way they went down. I personally don't think they did, and I think some of them.
I think some of them
are real, and some of them, majority of them, I'm gonna say are bullshit and magicians. They were a lot. Jesus was a magician. I'm telling you now, he was a magician. He put rocks underneath the water to walk on them. I guarantee fucking you.
Fuck, he's just pulling some Leroy Jenkins shit on that.
But when Alex Jones, that's Alex Jones shit. But anyways, with like, there's certain stories in the Bible I do think really went down.
I think so too. But since we're going through these stories, how about we start at the beginning?
Adam and Eve. That's fictional as fuck.
But why would it be fictional?
Actually, I don't know. It sounds real. And the reason I say it's real, because Eve was like, hey, you want to eat this? And Adam's like, nah, I better not. And of course, the woman's like, listen, if you don't, you're not going to eat something else. Or, you know how... because you know how your wife is, she's like, try it. And you're like, I don't want to try it. And like, try it. And you're like, I'm trying it. So I can get how that one probably could happen.
I mean, I can see that too, but the whole mythos behind it of God makes Adam out of dirt and Eve out of...
Oh, yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I think that Adam and Eve were two Neanderthals, and they were the first ones to think right, and they were like, ooga booga booga booga. And Eve's like...
This is a direct quote.
Right. Eve's like, you want to try my apple pie? And he's like, ooga booga booga booga. She's like, try it. Ooga booga. And he's like, ah! And he eats it. And then, like, the rain started falling and shit, a little heavy. And he's like, oh! It's all because I ate the fucking apple pie! You know what I mean? Because they thought, if the rain went a different direction, they were like, something's going on.
Yeah.
So,
it means something different. I see that, but I have a different interpretation of it. Because I could see the side of aliens making people, So maybe it wasn't dirt. Maybe it was genetics that they made Adam and Eve out of something else.
I mean, I can see that. Shit. I can see that.
But at the same time, is there magic apples that change people and make them... No.
The only thing apples do to you is make you constipated and shit more. Or they make you fucking drunk when you're making the hooch.
Ooh.
But
apple cider.
That's the very beginning of the Bible.
It is the very beginning.
And that's the foundation of the Bible, right?
Exactly, yeah, the creation.
The creation.
So you...
Did this woman poison you?
So at the end of the day, do you lean toward that story being true or not?
I think in Neanderthal setting... because the thing is with the Bible, with a lot of things that people forget, is that there was other religions before Christianity.
Yes.
Right?
Oh,
and before Judaism. Right? And these are all stories passed down through linear time. So I think at one point in time, perhaps,
this situation arose.
I think the situation was this. I think the situation was a couple of Neanderthals, like this chick was really hot in Neanderthal time. He's like, I want to get with this chick so bad. And she's like, you know what? I'll let you get with me if you eat this apple, because it was a prank. And he's like, I'm going to eat it. And then he had the runs. He's like, shit. But then because she tempted him, and then he started telling a story like, don't trust someone who's giving you an apple. He gave you the runs, so the story went down the line. So eventually it became like she gave him death, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. He would have killed him off eventually.
My uncle, he said the fucking... he was on the toilet for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
It's possible.
I can see that.
So I think it's possible. I think that...
You see similarities.
I think Adam and Eve is the first people on this planet altogether. Bullshit. I think that is.
Because how inbred would we be by now? If it was just...
I know, right? Like 2 people.
Yeah.
2 people. No one else. It created 2 sons. It created 2 sons, right? They killed one another. And then how'd they have more kids? You had one son who killed another son, and so what? You have daughters, and then they fuck the son that killed the son, and then the fucking son killer is the fucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think that's legit.
I don't think it's legit either. And it's just like I don't think fucking. I think Cain and Abel was just like a. I don't think going down the story Bible line. I don't think Cain and Abel is a real story. I think it's a. It's more a parable.
I think
that's a teaching stone.
Yes, and I feel like that's maybe where a lot of these fall. Like overall, like we take it as Christian people take it as truth,
right?
Like as this is how it happened,
and it did.
But who's to say that it's not just something to teach somebody a lesson?
Right.
There's no evidence. So I can see Cain and Abel playing out legit though.
I don't see it being. I don't though, because I have a brother, and I wouldn't kill him. Like, yeah, he pisses me off, but I wouldn't kill him. Like, I'm not gonna kill the guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
okay,
you disagree with about that? Fuck you! Crack. I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean?
I guess you're right.
Because in the end, that's what it was. It was like, I'm the better son. You're like, motherfucker! Crack. I know my brother's better than me. Okay. I still don't crack him in the head with a fucking stone.
All right. I can see that because I have a brother too.
My parents love my brother more than me. So yes, I can see exactly where the Cain and Abel shit would go. But I still would not kill my brother. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
That's why I think it's a parable.
I don't think
it's a parable.
I don't think I could do it either. Even though my brother's super fucking weird, I don't think I could do it.
If you could, you're a nut job.
Yes.
I guess you're able. You're able to do it.
But you got him flipped. Cain kills Abel.
I know, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't able to do shit.
But died.
Died.
Oh, shit.
Now, one Bible story I do believe to be true is David versus Goliath. And the reason I believe that is true is because there are skulls have been found, archaeological digs, that are big as fuck.
Yeah.
Like giants exist.
But
like giants were real.
But at the same time, it didn't need to be a giant. Just a really tall guy, a really big guy.
7 to 8 foot tall versus a 5 foot guy.
Exactly.
That's a giant, dude.
But people live like that today.
They're giants.
I guess.
I'm sorry, but if you put Andre the Giant in front of me,
yes,
and I threw a fucking stone in his middle of his forehead and killed him because he was going to kill me, you don't think that's fucking miraculous?
It is. And
I think so. I think if Andre the Giant, who is like, or Paul White, who's like 7'7", right? I'm 5'7".
Yeah.
So that's 2 feet taller than me.
Yeah.
That's a giant. It's a fucking giant.
All right, I can see that.
And he's a leader of an army. Absolutely. If you were that big in that time, you'd just be like crack, crack, and like
because
put this motherfucker in front of our army.
Because it's not commonplace. People, we can only name a couple people.
And when you see them, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You're afraid to fight them. So they just destroy people easily because they're the bully aspect.
Yes. And it's all like brain versus brawn type story.
Yeah.
So he's smart enough to know.
To fucking whip it right in his face.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, ow!
It's all, shit! But see, that's where I lean towards too. But
it was 3 stones though, wasn't it? Wasn't it 3 times? Didn't he have to whip him like 3 times?
I don't know. I think
it was 3 times.
I thought it was once, but I don't know. At the same time,
if it was 3 times, that's even more believable. If it was 3 times, because he's like crack. Oh, that's not that crack. Oh, no. Crack. It's like it's dead, motherfucker.
But even if it was 3 times, that would be a truthful.
Yeah,
that would
be
a way to be.
No,
I've never. Not that type.
Like that type. They're like wing, 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 bing.
I don't know how you can
that
do that.
shit goes.
I mean, I know people can be very good at that.
Yeah.
So that is a believable story.
That one I believe.
I could believe it, but I could also believe that it's just a mind over matter type story.
Another parable.
Because who's just saying
it could be,
but it's a more realistic one.
I think it's more. I believe to me, I believe it's
believable.
Real. And the reason I believe it's real is because there are giants among us, and there are skulls found in the dirt of ancient times with big people.
Yes.
So I believe that happened.
It's hard to dispute a story like that because it is more believable. It's not like...
The sad thing is, I wish we knew what timelines we could match these up with.
Yes.
Because in the Bible, there is, like, Cleopatra, the Egyptians are, like, in charge of shit. You know what I mean? Like, and they were in charge of shit.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, maybe eventually, someday, they could line it up.
So, to me, don't you think that Samson... To me, Samson's fake. And the reason I say Samson's fake is because he's too much like Hercules.
That is true.
He's just like Hercules.
And that is considered a pagan religion that Christianity borrowed a lot from.
Christianity borrowed a lot.
A lot of it. Now, that's one that I hadn't thought of. And Samson is, like, I believe... He's almost like Paul Bunyan, I feel like.
But it's also like... he is.
Or Conan.
Yeah. But at the same time... feminists could be like, that's a male hero. The reason I say that is because a woman
takes him down, basically.
Yeah. And a woman manipulates him.
Exactly.
And is the villain. She's the villain in that story.
Yes.
You know, so to me I think it's just another story taken from a different story. Because I think it's taken from like fucking Hercules and shit like that.
I never thought of that.
Like
but you're right.
The tests
of
Hercules.
the five whatevers. But yeah, I never thought of that. I never saw the connection between Hercules and Samson.
Right.
But that is a good point. But who's to say, like, maybe Samson existed, but, like, stories of what he did got blown out of proportion.
Or he did have long hair and he was badass.
Yeah.
And then one night he got drunk and they got cut off. He's like, fuck! And then fucking, they're like, who are you? He's like, I'm Samson. I'm like, you're not Samson. Samson has a full head of hair. Like, fuck!
I got drunk.
Yeah, I let this chick. She said she would just only trim it. Turns out she took it all off.
Yeah, but feats of
They're like, we're
strength.
not Samson. Samson's big and strong. Like, I swear I am. Watch. And it's like one of those things where like he's like, watch, and they're like, do it. He's like, I will. And he's like, and he can't do it. And he's like, God damn it, this was Tuesday. And like, sure, if it was Tuesday.
But I mean, you have a fair point. It does seem kind of fake.
It does.
But
To me, it does.
But who's to say he wasn't just this great guy that finally got killed by somebody, and his stories got blown.
So he's
out of
like
proportion?
Achilles.
Yeah, I don't know, but I would have to agree. That's probably fake.
I think it's fake.
But what about you hear the stories of like Moses in the burning bush? Like
I think all that's bullshit.
In the bush talks and
I think
shit.
it's all bullshit. I think if anything, is that Moses hornswoggled people.
Hornswoggled?
And by that I mean he goes, I talked to a bush. He like set a bush on. He learned that you could take a magnifying glass and set something on fire, and like, oh, he starts talking to it, and everyone's like, what is he doing? It's like humna 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 humna, and then he fucking, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, man.
I don't know. I think that
same
one,
with the Ten Commandments. Like I don't know how much. See, there's a lot like Babylon and like all these different cities and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of that is real to begin with, because a lot of it is real. Real places.
Yeah.
But these stories
takes place
in those places, and I'm like,
yeah. But see, when it comes to the burning bush, over the years and learning about stuff,
it's just like the thing is. Here's the thing: if Jesus was so like, when they crucified him and all that, it was a spectacle, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think that would be on the news?
It would be on the news.
Right.
They didn't have the news.
They did have the news.
Okay.
Because they had squires and people who fucking write to scribes and like go to city and tell them what would happen.
Like scrolls. But that's what the Bible is.
I know, but the only thing I'm saying is like
it's nowhere else.
Why is there? Yeah. Why do the Romans and the Greeks not have like a fucking thing of Pilate saying, this is your King of Kings, and fucking shut him down, right?
Yeah.
Because to me, it's like, it's the same, because at that time, the Romans were in charge of everything, right?
Yeah.
And fucking to me, it'd be like, it's like CNN reporting, like, like, we're here, the guy, reportedly the savior, the savior of mankind, is being crucified right now. What does he have to say? Did you watch what they put him on the cross? I did. And he was just like, he's like, why did you forsake me? That's all he said? That's all he said.
Yes,
then what happened? Like, I'm telling you, there would be something like that. Like, that would be like, or they'd be like,
looking for ancient tabloids.
Yes. Like, why is there not ancient tabloids? There's shit, because everybody's like that, right? You know what I mean? It'd be like, all the people watching be like, holy shit, you see this? That's Jesus Christ, they're crucifying him. You know what I mean? But nobody talks about it. So they must have been like, so in reality, it was probably like fucking this little uprising, and Rome's like, Caesar Augustus is like, what's going on over there? I don't know. This guy claims to be the Messiah and some shit. Would you just shut them down? Yeah, we got you. And they shut it down. So it never happened.
I mean, that's a fair argument. That is a good argument for the.
To me, story. I just feel like there would be people reporting. Because there's always, mankind is always like, holy shit, did you see that? What happened? The Son of God!
But what other reports have you come across from ancient times?
I don't know.
These
Egyptian reports on the walls. You know? I don't know. I think Jesus was real, but I don't think he was really real. And when I say that, I think he was alive. I think he was here.
Yeah.
I think he was. But I don't think
he was all
the Son of God.
Yeah.
I think he's David Koresh ahead of his time.
I don't know if he's David Koresh, but
what if he was more? What if he's more of an asshole?
That's the thing, though.
We don't
Religion
know.
is a cult essentially when it starts. Essentially.
That's if Jesus even was real. Like honestly, there's no records of him being real. That's what I'm saying. Like, why is there? We have all this fucking history of the Romans and the Greeks. Yeah. Why is there no mentioning
the Bible?
Besides the Bible, Joe. Like, besides the Bible. Why is there no other mentioning of it?
No, nobody ever wrote down Jesus' name but the Bible.
That's what I'm saying. Why didn't they?
I don't know. That is a good point. This all started off with the burning bush. Not an argument with that one.
No,
I thought Moses was high on mushrooms when he saw the burning bush.
Ooh.
That's my speculation.
Ooh, yeah.
Is he took mushrooms, and I think a lot of it is based on getting high on some sort of substance.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a lot of things come up about that.
Yeah.
And it seems pretty legit to me. If they're hallucinogenic drugs that people have used for fucking who knows how long, who's to say that Moses didn't just pop a shroom and see the burning bush, but it wasn't burning at all, it was just a bush. And you know how shit goes, and you hear shit. I'm thinking he was probably just fucking high.
I think he's got a better idea than me, because I was just gonna say that Moses was a douchebag magician trying to fucking. He's like, check this out, guys, and they're like, give me all your shit. You know what I mean? Because I talked this burning bush. That's what I thought, but I like Joe's argument better, because it makes Moses not to be such a douchebag.
He's not a douchebag. Yeah, exactly.
In my eyes, I think he's one of those people who just. I think he was a fucking scam artist who fucking.
You think he was a scam artist?
I think so, man.
I don't think he was a scam artist. I just think.
I mean, this is me looking at these biblical figures as what would you do in that time frame, right?
Yeah.
So if you were able to convince a bunch of people that you could talk to a bush that you set afire, right? And you can convince them you're talking to God.
Yeah.
They're going to give you all their shit. And it's going to make you more rich, more powerful, more everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. Eh?
So I don't doubt that these people were not real.
I
think the stories and the shit
maybe got a little bit skewed a little bit somewhere.
A lot of skewed.
A lot of skewed. So you don't believe in Jonah and the whale?
I would like to believe in that. Like all these parables, Jonah, especially Jonah and the whale, no. I don't believe that one instant. Like if a shark or a whale eats your ass, one, what whale is big enough to eat a human being? A blue whale? I'm saying just like gulp you.
Yes.
A blue whale, a shark whale.
Yeah. Maybe that's it.
That's two whales. And humpback whale, maybe a humpback whale, but they eat plankton. Yeah. All three of those whales eat plankton. I don't believe that. Knowing animal anatomy and human anatomy, you're sitting inside someone's stomach, you're burning alive because of the acid.
And you can't breathe.
And you can't breathe.
Yeah.
I think that's a complete bullshit lie. Jonah and the whale, I will buy Pinocchio's version before I buy the Bible's version. Just saying.
He's a fucking wooden puppet.
Geppetto was a real man inside the whale.
Okay. It's been a while since I saw it.
Yeah, Pinocchio goes and saves him.
Oh, okay, alright.
Yeah, no.
Jonah is dead.
There's no Jonah brothers here, man. And they're not. No, he's dead. I don't buy that one.
You don't buy that one.
Sodom and Gomorrah, I believe wholeheartedly as it being a festival of awesomeness, because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like orgies everywhere.
You don't just think
gluttony.
Anyone turned
so it's like gluttony and fucking
all the sins.
Awesome. Let's do it. Except for murder.
Yeah,
that's the only sin I don't like.
Yeah,
but the rest of the sins, are they really sins? Like gluttony and like I get eating too much. I get it.
Yeah.
And overindulgence. I get that. But in the end, like if you could get by with just indulging, wouldn't you? I think everybody would.
So you don't
That's
think
why they have
anyone
that
turned into
stories.
salt?
Huh? No, I don't think they were turned to salt. I think they were just mutilated by the Genghis Khans.
So somebody just running through. I mean, that could happen.
I think Genghis Khan came through and was like, you know what? This Sodom and Gomorrah is awesome, but we gotta kill all of you because you're not fucking Mongols. And then started waylaying them all.
Something along those lines, anyways. Maybe not that one, but all right. Sodom and Gomorrah is kind of out there.
I don't think the salt thing is true, but I do believe it was it could have been a place.
The place was legit, and it did get destroyed.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, I do that because one's like, why would they even speak on it unless it was real or it was just another parable. So that's the thing with the Bible. Like everything they say could be a parable. Could be just a parable. could be like, this is what happens when you let all your sins run rampant, right?
Yeah.
You destroy yourselves.
Yeah.
And they have these teachings. And that's with everything.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. One last one I got here, but I think it might be totally 100% legit. It's Daniel and the Lion's Den. I feel like that could be legit because who's to say that this king didn't throw a bunch of people in before him?
And he was, they
were just full.
They were full.
They were just full. And he's just sitting down there and they were like, why the fuck didn't the lions eat him?
This is true.
I feel like that is a very legitimate possibility.
I think so too. I mean, that's possible.
And because
it's very possible.
Lions don't eat all the fucking
And you know what's crazy about that one? Is I think more than one of those stories could be possible. Because Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they got thrown in the furnace with Daniel.
How do you think that would happen, though?
I think the furnace was going, and they, like, maybe there was, like, a carving, or there was something that you could, like, put your body against that wouldn't burn you, perhaps, maybe?
Maybe.
Like, there was a flaw in the design.
Yeah.
That they saw that nobody else could see. And they fucking were like, yeah, we're good.
I mean, that's true. Because where is all the fire in this furnace? And how big is it?
Right.
Like, is all the fire over here?
And how are you containing it? Yeah. And what are you doing? You know what I mean? Yeah. So, there could be, like, a flaw in the system that, like this, there was, like, a fucking...
like, however it's made, left the spot.
Yeah, like, there's this spot. It's like, oh, shit, the tenders were there. Fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I can see that.
And I can see the Lions Den one too. Because like Siegfried and Roy.
Yeah.
Look at them playing with lions.
Yeah.
Tigers and bears don't mind.
All the time.
And fucking so who's to say that Daniel wasn't even a lion tamer?
Or they had so much human contact by then.
They
toss him in there like, what the fuck?
Like, yeah, we're not hungry yet, so whatever.
Yeah.
That could be true, too.
Because it's a king. He's throwing people into the lions all the fucking time.
All the time.
So who's to say that they didn't get used to humans?
Yeah. That, I can see that. I can see that.
I can see that, too.
And that's why we think all Bible stories are bullshit. Except, I know, we think some are real and some are fake.
At least some of them have truth to them.
I think
maybe
some
not
of them
100%.
These are our opinions. These are not facts. Yes. These are not facts. These are not set in
There's
stone.
probably something out there
opinions.
that can discredit us.
No, they won't, because it's hilarious. And in the end, that you can't discredit someone's faith, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I have no faith. So, this was Drunk Under the Sun, the podcast about anything and everything under the sun. And you got anything in
No, we're done.
So, this was all about Bible stories. Ones we think are real, not so cool, on the heels.
Maybe have some truth.
Or
fake as fuck.
But remember, you can check us out, like and subscribe. Always on Anchor, Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. So here we go. Peace, y'all.
See ya.
God bless. Thanks for tuning in to Drunk on the Sun. This is Joe and Tom.
Thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody. Like and subscribe.
Thank you all for subscribing and liking. From Drunk on the Sun, the podcast about everything and anything under the sun. So check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Instagram. We're posting new shit every week. See ya.